And I mostly agree with him with what he said about this GDQ. It's like, yeah, this is the smoothest modern GDQ. And,
yeah, definitely.
But you can't really, I mean, how long have you been watching GDQs personally?
Since probably 2011, 2012.
Ooh,
yeah.
You got a few years on me, actually, because, 2013 was my first. So, yeah, and then, of course, I went back and watched, like, Classic Games Done Quick, and
yeah,
beautiful layout.
yeah. The 480p whip.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I would say that there has been a cultural change over time, and I think a lot of it is overstated. As someone who obviously has a lot of strange rumors swirling about them, about being banned and stuff. Like, every time I see that, I kind of just shake my head, because it really isn't like that. It's more, when you're up there, you have this very conscious awareness that you are representing the charity, because that's sort of the way the event is structured now. Like, you are constantly reminded that you are on a stage. And I don't mean it's the staff whispering in your ear. It's just, common sense.
Yeah.
And with that, it's just, it's a little nerve-wracking at times. And God bless the people who are able to get over that anxiety, or just don't feel it and are able to get up there and have a good time and have fun. Because, everybody knows those are the most entertaining runs, when people are just having fun organically, and giving free, just unrestricted commentary with enthusiasm.
I think that's what makes your run back then was so cool. It felt like you broke out of this, we're in a big marathon thing. It was just like you kind of there with your friends playing a game, and it was just, you guys are, making stupid jokes and stuff, but it was really funny. That's why I liked it.
Oh God, are you talking about Psychonauts?
No, I'm talking about Hotline Miami.
Oh,
it's
thank
my
God.
favorite one you ever did.
Sorry, I just that's the first thing I go to every time. That run is
yeah.
That's the definition of a train wreck. Yeah,
different feel for sure than Hotline Miami runs.
No, the Hotline community is pretty tight, and we're all pretty good friends. I don't even know what the community looks like now, so I don't know why I'm saying that.
Yeah, it's been like 4 years ago now.
Don't say that out loud.
yeah. So anyway, so the other side of things, like, now the for AGDQ specifically, the hotel kind of contract is over. 3 years are up. Now we're going to go somewhere else. So there's talk and rumors of stuff about maybe it's time to go to a convention style. So what would you think about that? Do you think that's a good idea to do something like that?
Define good idea.
I mean, you said the biggest part for you is the community, right? And I think a convention might hamper that a bit.
A little bit. Here's the thing, though, is that honestly, GDQ, not that I've been in the past years, but when was the last one I went to? Must have been like SGDQ 2016 when I did Hotline 2, or 2015. Jesus. But here's the thing is, like, it already feels like a convention in a way. You walk around and you see people you don't recognize, and ultimately the only thing that's missing is merch booths,
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the atmosphere of these things now. And it's not really like a lot of the elements of the marathon that, characterized it in the past haven't gone away. It's just that they've moved into, different places, like hotel rooms. But I mean, that's always sort of been the case. It's just harder, in my experience, to walk up to somebody and know you're going to get along with them, and they're going to be somebody that you like and respect and want to be friends with. So it just feels kind of like anonymous and strange. And I know that a lot of people who are maybe part of like bigger streaming communities or more involved in a variety of communities maybe feel differently. But this is something that I've heard echoed from even people like Clear Tonic, who talks about making an effort to go out of his way and meet people. It's just a different atmosphere. So really, the move to like a convention center would just be symbolic at this point.
Mm, yeah, I could agree with that. I think it's a good idea because it would make the event even bigger. The event would get even bigger.
Oh, that's okay. My dog is going to start barking in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. At least once you got to try it, right, and see if you can get $3 million. What happens then? But yeah. So
the next big hurdle.
Yeah. So anyway, let's move forward in your career. Let's go past the GDQ stage of your speedrunning career. 2015 was your last run. Actually, you're right. Hotline 2. And then you haven't. What have you been doing since then? Because you haven't been on GDQ at least. So what have you been doing?
Just living life, really. Even before I quit, I keep saying quit, but stopped streaming and speedrunning regularly. I just re-entered education, and I was working part-time, have been for the past few semesters, and that's been taking up most of my time. It's not that I wanted to quit speedrunning, it's just I had a harder time fitting it into my life, and feeling like I was getting meaning out of it consistently.
Okay, so it's not like you just said, well, I'm done with this or whatever. Just your life kind of got in the way, kind of.
No, I mean, we all have that edgy, postmodern, ironic detachment phase with speedrunning where we just realize the absurdity of it. And but then eventually you just have that thing that comes along and reignites that love affair. And, for everybody, it's something different.
Okay, so you mean like there was a stage for you where you said, okay, what am I doing? This is just playing games, going fast, it's stupid. But then something made you switch. So what was that for you then?
I haven't encountered yet.
Okay.
No, but here's the thing is, every time I see a GDQ, every time I see people up on, a stage and just showing off their knowledge of the game, their love of the game, I think that's the thing that makes the biggest impression is when you can tell people just have a genuine enthusiasm and care for the thing that they're working on.
Yeah.
That always triggers something in me that's like, I could just finish learning the rest of Brandon and start grinding runs again.
And like I know from our talks, you said you just to watch the GDQs and stuff, so you still like enjoy the at least the presentation.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I still keep up with speedrunning as much as I can. I usually have a speedrun stream going on in the background, or one of my friends from speedrunning. I try to watch, try to keep up with, even if I'm just a lurker. And GDQ is when I go full degenerate and just watch as much as I can. Make a tier list so people can find things easily that are worth watching, and
it's cool.
Bust out the old paint.net.
Paint.net, what's that?
Oh man, speedrunning taught me not to use Photoshop, but to use Paint incredibly proficiently. Let's just say that.
Nice. So what kind of let's give some shout outs here. Who do you follow these days in the speedrunning world? Who are you kind of watching when you have to watch a stream?
Well, lately I've just been on Cypher's Rockman 2 grind because, I watched Elijah get the record 2 years ago, I think it was. And you look at that and you're like, man, that's going to stand forever. And to see somebody who, I respect a lot as a runner and as a personal friend, it's just like so cool to see him back on that and kicking ass. I try to catch Worcester's runs because, it's just his dedication to Pokemon in general. It was just always amazing and entertaining. But I seem to always leave when he's on an actual run. So
yeah, that's the thing.
Maybe I'm not dedicated enough.
Those Pokemon runs, you got to watch 20 to get. I'm on a good one now. So.
Yeah.
I think you and Worcester, I think it's comparable. You guys are kind of one and the same kind of running style, at least. You guys have got very chill. Even if you said you were nervous, I was surprised to hear that because you were up there. You seem very chill and in control.
No, I'm a bundle of nerves. It's like half the reason I don't stream anymore. There used to be this like running joke about like stream anxiety or like run. Oh, I remember what it was. It was run anxiety because we had Trihex in the old SRG marathons, and let's just say he had a very warm welcome, and we made fun of his run anxiety pretty heavily. But man, sometimes it's not a joke. It's just. I don't know.
I think it's crazy how was it not to change the topic to Trihex, but it's crazy how to see Trihex is like people. He's basically at the top of the, even though he's probably could be said as to be a variety streamer now. He started from a long time ago and he worked a long time to get where he is now. And I don't think enough people kind of know that he like was doing a lot of work for the community for a long ass time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like you look at his roots and he's just like. I'm not diminishing him at all. He's just like, an earnest fan, like somebody who's really into speedrunning and did a lot to show that. And I haven't talked to the guy in, years. But I sort of watched him go through that process of from AGDQ 13 forward, becoming the success that he is now, more of a variety streamer. But he's been on Odyssey for a while. And yeah, it's just like interesting to track somebody through the community for so long. Like, I don't even. He's mentioned multiple times when he first started. I'm pretty sure it was before 2007.
Oh yeah. It's about speedrun.
Like 2000.
Speed. What's it called? Fucking. What's the website with the forums? Speed Demos Archive. You can see his like first post is 2007 or something, and he posts a picture, and it's like it looks like